What's up, trendsetters, and welcome back to Google Trends Hub. First up, the Justice Department is escalating its battle with Google, pushing for a massive sale of its ad exchange despite earlier settlement talks. This could be a game changer for online advertising as we know it. Next, we're diving into how Google is tackling the massive energy demands of AI. They're partnering with major utilities like American Electric Power and the Tennessee Valley Authority to keep those AI data centers humming without overloading the grid. It's a critical move for the future of AI infrastructure. Then, get ready for some serious brain food. Demis Hassabis, the brilliant mind behind Google's DeepMind and a recent Nobel laureate, is sharing his vision for the future. He's talking about the most crucial skill for the next generation in the age of AI and what the rise of artificial general intelligence means for all of us. And finally, the media world is buzzing as Penske Media Corporation, the powerhouse behind Rolling Stone and Variety, is suing Google over its AI Overviews feature. They claim their content is being used without permission, leading to massive traffic and revenue loss. You do not want to miss this showdown. Hit that like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss a single update. Google's ad tech empire faces a seismic shift. The Justice Department is reportedly pushing for a sweeping divestiture of Google's ad exchange, known as AdX, signaling a potentially massive shakeup in the digital advertising landscape. This comes despite earlier settlement discussions, indicating a hardening stance from the government. At the heart of the matter is Google's parent company, Alphabet Inc., and its ad tech operations. A lawyer for Google, Jeannie Rhee, stated in federal court that the Justice Department is demanding a full technical separation and divestiture of the AdX. This legal battle is heading for a 2-week hearing in Virginia, where the government will lay out its case for forcing Google to sell off crucial parts of its advertising technology. Rhee acknowledged that Google had considered a divestiture before litigation, but stressed that their proposal was not aligned with the DOJ's current demands. While details remain scarce, Google had previously floated the idea of spinning off its auction and placement services into a separate entity under Alphabet. Judge Leonie Brinkema has permitted the government to present evidence regarding the technical feasibility of such a separation, making this a key point of contention. Both US and EU regulators have accused Google of abusing its dominant position in online advertising. Just this month, the EU slapped Google with a €3 billion fine for its practices. The DOJ's lawsuit aims not only to force the sale of AdX, but also to mandate that Google's ad technology interoperates seamlessly with competitors' platforms. This isn't Google's only antitrust entanglement. They recently avoided a breakup in a separate search business case where a judge declined to force the sale of their Chrome browser. Don't go anywhere, because the grid stability of AI is up next. Could Google's energy solutions be the answer to powering the future? Google powers up AI with grid-saving deals. Google is making waves by partnering with major US electric utilities to manage the immense power demands of its AI data centers, aiming to prevent strain on the national power grid during peak usage. In a pioneering move, Google has inked agreements with American Electric Power's Indiana-Michigan Power and the Tennessee Valley Authority. These deals mark the first formal participation by Google in demand response programs, allowing the company to temporarily reduce electricity consumption from its machine learning workloads when the grid is under heavy load. This strategy is crucial as AI data centers are increasingly requesting massive amounts of electricity, sometimes pushing demand beyond available supply and raising concerns about potential blackouts and rising energy costs. Michael Terrell, Google's head of advanced energy, highlighted the benefits, stating these agreements help reduce the need to build new transmission and power plants and helps grid operators more effectively and efficiently manage power grids. He noted that these agreements build upon successful demonstrations where Google reduced power demand from ML workloads during grid events, paving the way for broader implementation. However, it's important to note that critical services like Google Search and Maps will remain unaffected, with demand flexibility applied only where service reliability is guaranteed. These partnerships are part of a larger suite of Google's energy initiatives. Previous efforts include upgrading transmission lines with CTC Global and securing clean energy through a hydropower framework agreement with Brookfield Asset Management. Google has also explored nuclear supply agreements, demonstrating a multifaceted approach to securing reliable, carbon-free power. The unique nature of AI data centers, particularly the interruptible workloads in machine learning, makes them ideal candidates for demand response programs. This flexibility allows Google to coordinate with utilities, pausing or shifting non-critical tasks during peak events. For utilities, these collaborations offer grid stabilization and foster better relationships with major energy consumers, potentially easing regulatory hurdles and permitting processes for new infrastructure. Furthermore, these agreements could help alleviate the significant interconnection queues faced by data center developers, offering a potential workaround by demonstrating reduced risk to system stability. The economics often involve capacity payments or bill reductions, presenting both cost savings and reputational benefits for Google. As these demand response strategies with I&M and TVA are early pilots, their success could set a precedent for how AI companies interact with the grid, potentially reshaping energy management for large-scale computing operations worldwide. Think AI is changing the world? Wait until you hear what a Nobel laureate thinks. Demis Hassabis is dropping wisdom that could redefine your future. Nobel laureate Demis Hassabis, learning how to learn is key to the AI future. A groundbreaking proclamation from a Google DeepMind scientist and Nobel laureate suggests that the most vital skill for the next generation isn't coding or specific knowledge, but the ability to continuously learn and adapt. Speaking from the historic Acropolis in Athens, Demis Hassabis, CEO of Google's DeepMind and a recent Nobel Prize winner in chemistry for his work on AI and protein folding, emphasized the accelerating pace of change driven by artificial intelligence. He posited that predicting the future is increasingly difficult, even more so given AI's rapid week-by-week evolution. Hassabis asserted that huge change is coming and highlighted the necessity of meta-skills, such as mastering the art of learning itself alongside traditional academic disciplines. One thing we'll know for sure is you're going to have to continually learn throughout your career, Hassabis stated, underscoring the idea of lifelong learning as paramount. He also touched upon the potential arrival of artificial general intelligence, or AGI, within the next decade, a future where machines possess human-level cognitive abilities across a wide range of tasks. While acknowledging potential risks, Hassabis envisions this leading to an era of radical abundance. The event in Athens also featured Greek Prime Minister Kyriakos Mitsotakis, who discussed AI's role in government services. Mitsotakis raised concerns about the potential for massive wealth concentration in a few tech companies, warning that, unless people actually see benefits, they will tend to become very skeptical, and that such inequality could fuel significant social unrest. Hassabis, whose father is Greek Cypriot, graciously rescheduled his presentation to accommodate a major European basketball championship game, adding a touch of cultural consideration to his technological foresight. From the future of learning to a legal battle over AI's digital footprint. Is Google's AI taking content without permission? A media giant is suing to find out. Media mogul sues Google over AI content grab. Penske Media Corporation, the owner of iconic publications like Rolling Stone and Variety, has launched a lawsuit against Google, alleging that the search giant is unlawfully using their content for its AI overviews feature. The lawsuit, filed in federal district court in Washington, D.C., claims that Google is incorporating content from PMC's publications into its AI-generated summaries without proper consent. These AI overviews, which appear at the top of Google search results, are designed to provide quick answers by synthesizing information from various web sources. However, news organizations have reported a significant drop in website traffic and a subsequent decline in advertising and subscription revenue, which they attribute directly to these AI summaries. PMC's lawsuit asserts that approximately 20% of Google search results featuring an AI overview linked to one of their publications have resulted in traffic and revenue losses. Jay Penske, founder, chairman, and CEO of PMC, stated, "As a leading global publisher, we have a duty to protect PMC's best-in-class journalists and award-winning journalism as a source of truth." He added, "Furthermore, we have a responsibility to proactively fight for the future of digital media and preserve its integrity, all of which is threatened by Google's current actions." The suit further accuses Google of compelling publishers into having their content featured in AI overviews without explicit agreement, as these publishers rely on Google's web crawlers for indexing and traffic in the first place. Google, however, maintains that its AI overviews are beneficial, with spokesperson Jose Castenda asserting, "With AI overviews, people find search more helpful and use it more, creating new opportunities for content to be discovered." Google has vowed to defend itself against what it calls meritless claims. Recent studies, including one from the Pew Research Center, suggest that users are significantly less likely to click on original source links when an AI overview is present, sometimes by as much as 50%, with only 1% clicking through to the source material. Google has disputed the methodology of this particular study. This lawsuit is part of a growing trend, with other companies like Chegg and various news organizations also taking legal action against AI companies over content usage and copyright concerns. Notably, Ziff Davis, Google Trends Hub's parent company, has also filed a lawsuit against OpenAI concerning AI training data. That's all the news for today, but stick around for a super fast recap. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. All right, trendsetters, that's a wrap on another explosive edition of Google Trends Hub. We saw the Justice Department really pressuring Google on that ad exchange sale, Google teaming up with utilities to power up AI responsibly, Nobel laureate Demis Hassabis sharing his vision for the future of learning, and Penske Media Corporation taking Google to court over AI overviews. What a week. Did you catch all that? Make sure you're subscribed and have that notification bell on so you never miss a beat. Like this video if you found it valuable, and let us know in the comments which story blew your mind the most. And hey, follow us on all our socials for even more trending news and insights. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.